Alright, so it is Tuesday here, but we're going to go over what sold over the last week. Super busy for the last 4 or 5 days, so just getting around to doing this now. So I wanted to include this, though I think it was actually part of last week's, but when I was looking at the video, I didn't, so I could see so I can see in my sales where, to start off for this week. This wasn't there, so I just wanted to include it real quick. So it's a sprinkle right. Uh, Sold it for $100 plus 80 ship, and this one is also going to Florida like the other two did. I think it's also still going to the Miami area, which is where the other two went, but this one I think is a little farther out from Miami than the other ones did. But I do have another one, but I'm debating if I even want to bother selling it because really all it is the tank. It doesn't have any of the other stuff that it comes with. You can see right there. That right there tells you what it comes with. But you can see like this. I do technically have the manual for it, but I noticed it's moldy because it was wet inside the bag and I never dried it out, so it was moldy. So I'm just gonna throw it out. I'm not gonna sell it moldy like that. But it doesn't include. It doesn't have that or any of this other stuff. I'm pretty sure this is in there, and there is the pipe, the tubes you see on the bottom. I'm pretty sure that is still there. Like I said, it does have the tank, which really is here we go. Which really is the rest of it is not really that big of a deal, or is something you can buy. You should be able to just buy yourself, like the NPT tap, the tap things that it comes with. You should be able to buy those yourself. And like I said, the water sample vial and the manual and all that, you don't really need. So, I will probably just end up listing it. And it'll definitely be, kind of stick in the corner and forget about it. Because it's, not likely to sell. Well, this didn't sell as fast as the other ones did. And you can see we're now into May, and I listed it back in March. The other ones, I'm pretty sure, were not listed this long. But I'm glad it did finally sell. It was all profit, anyways. So, all right. Next is New York State EMT patch, $4.99. Next is this DreamWorks Shrek Crocs. These are kids size C12, whatever that actually means. $65 on these. These were not that great, if I remember right. I didn't lose money, but I didn't make a lot either. And these have kind of sat around a while, as you see, January, so debatable on if those were a good buy or not. Alright, this Rakuten thing's gonna pop up in every tab. It is quite annoying, but it is nice to get the cash back. I made a whole dollar. My first payout that they sent me was a whole dollar something, so doing more and more online arbitrage, it should help. It should actually at some point become, actually good and money. Anyways, next is this Wagner 350, $20 plus 15 ship on this one. And this one, actually, I couldn't find it first. I was like, where the hell is this? This is actually from the very first Home Depot pellet I bought. This was just one stainer that had just been sitting around that hadn't, that just didn't sell when the other ones did. I don't know if it's because the price was too high or what, but it did eventually sell. Obviously now for $20 plus 15 ship. I don't know if it was the shipping, because I normally on these I drop the shipping down to 12 because they're not as tall as the 2500s, so I can charge a little less on the shipping. I don't know. Next, speaking of 2500, so was good old 2500, $27.99 on this one. Next was this FutureWise Slug Cream. This, I'm pretty sure, was out on offer $15.29 or whatever it is. And you see, still got quite a bit, and it's got 11 watchers, so eventually we'll finish selling those. Next is this Philips Sonicare 6100 electric toothbrush. 55 plus, or 55 free ship on this one. As you can see, this one was pretty much, yeah, this one was new, open box pretty much. There was, I think I do know I still have one of these toothbrushes left from this, and that's, the charging base on it is dirty. It definitely was used, but otherwise I think it's fine. Otherwise, but I'm probably just going to sell it as just the toothbrush only. I don't think it has the toothbrush, the actual head for it either. I'll have to check, because I do need to get some listings done. So, I'll have to look. Alright, next was a Fisher-Price 4-in-1 bathtub. Sold that for $44.99 free ship, and I should not have listed it. I should have pulled the listing and sold it locally, because this ended up going to Idaho, and the shipping on it was like 35 bucks or something ridiculous. So after fees and shipping, I made like $2, not even. So I did end up pulling the third one. I did end up pulling that, and we'll sell that locally. Alright, hold on a second. Daily home receiver test, so turn that down. Alright, Central Cass County Fire and Ambulance Protection District, $7.99. Sold deodorant, $22.99. So you can see 34 available, 55 sold. Is pretty good. I do have, I don't know, probably 50 more at least. I think I'll let the quantity go down, let a few more sell before I restock it again, before I go back in and add the rest of the quantity. Alright, next is this FDNY United States Marine Corps patch, $9.99 on that. Next was sold one of the Dove 3-packs. As you can see, I'm only got 3 left, so we're almost done. Had to crack into the last box of these. Then another deodorant. So only 2 this week. It was actually slow. Next was this Wagner Stainer 150 for $25.99 free ship. And now we're getting into the weekend sales. The weekend was actually horrible. Horrible start. Friday was pretty dead. Saturday was pretty dead. Sunday picked up. But I did end up doing, what was it? Where's that paper? Where I wrote it down. 6 for $543 for the weekend, which is pretty good. Good numbers wise, you'll see why in a minute. But in terms of quantity, kind of on the low side, but price wise, very good. Next was this Toro 60-volt chainsaw, $160 on that. 6 people have added it to their watch list, but and I've sent out quite a few offers, but no one else has actually bought it yet. And this is still sitting up here. This needs to go to UPS tomorrow. So anyways, I had these listed originally much higher, but what I did is I ended up splitting the listing and putting these lower at about the 160, which even this might still be kind of on the high end. I'd have to look at what comps are going for again, but I also noticed that a lot of the comps, they're tool only ones. They're not battery, brand new ones. So anyways, I split them because I do want to move these Toros, and they're not moving very well. I sold one trimmer on eBay, I sold another one locally, and then I sold this chainsaw. So, and I'm still down $2,900 or something on this Toro pellet because it was $3,100. So obviously I want to dump these. So that's why I kind of originally priced them kind of high, and now I'm kind of coming back down just so I can make sure they're dumped. Because I do not, but once fall comes, I do not want to have any Toros, even though I'm thinking I'm probably going to be, I probably will end up having some, if not a majority, which I do not like. I want to not have these by fall because, one, a lot of money tied up and 2, that's a lot of space tied up as well in the second storage unit. So that's why I split this listing and took 4 of them and put them at the lower price and kept the other 4 at the higher price. You never know, they might sell at the higher price. So that's the strategy, at least on the chainsaws. So I've sent out quite a few offers on Toro over the last week, but nobody's bought any. Alright, next you'll see this is why the number was so high for the weekend. This Philips Sonicare Prestige 9900 toothbrush. $250 for a toothbrush. And the retail on this was like $380. And I looked on Amazon, yeah, it is about $350 at least. So this came from another HBA box. And I bought it pretty much for this because of this toothbrush, and there's like a $400 shaver in there as well. I figured between the two of those, that should easily get me my $400 back. And I priced this one up a bit because it is sealed. I got pretty lucky. Like on the bottom, it's loose, but it's definitely, I'm pretty sure it was not opened because I'm pretty sure there's no way you're going to be able to get it open without damaging the box and putting it back. You'd notice. I was just left it sealed and asked a bit for it at $250, but I still got it in a day. So definitely a bolo for these electric toothbrushes. If you look at the sell-through rate on a lot of these, it's insane, especially the Philips. Definitely a pickup if you can get them new, even if they're open box as well, but definitely if they're new. Alright, next is another Wagner Flexio 2500, $25 on this one. And then we got a 350 at $21.99 plus 12 ship on that. And that is, okay, oh no, there's one more paint sprayer. Next is this Monroe County Fire Rescue, $7.99. Next is this Oral-B 4-count of replacement brush heads. I'm wondering if I sold these too cheap, because I sold both of them within like 36 hours, so I'm wondering if I priced them maybe a little low. But these also came from that second HBA box, and I got $25 a piece on those. You'll see the other one here in a second. Next is this Swatara Pennsylvania Police, $4.99. Next is this Ogden City Fire, $4.99. There's the other 4 toothbrush heads. And then the last thing was this Flexio 2500 at $30. Plus 15 ship. So, I wanted to mention with the paint sprayers is, that is pretty much all of them that I have listed. Definitely of the 2500s, all the ones that I had listed are gone. I do have one 3500, and then like a Flexio 2000, which I've only ever seen one, I've only ever seen this one time with the one that I have. And the sell-through rate on that is, if I remember, it was horrible, so I don't expect that to sell anytime soon. But that's why I said I need to get through with this video, get it edited, posted, and then go test and list some paint sprayers. And I did check the sell-through and type in like a Wagner Flexio 2500. Sell-through rate's over 100%, so these should sell pretty quick. And they're all profit at this point, too, which is also great. When you're talking like $20 a piece on these. And I still have, 20 of these 2500s and probably another 20 of the 350s from the second pallet. And I still have one 350 left from the first of the 2 paint sprayer pallets and 2 150s that I need to list so I can be done with the first pallet of paint sprayers, and then it'll all just be the second one. So I have quite a bit of listing to do. Because I was talking about that second HBA box. I picked up a second HBA box, and then I picked up a Staples pallet, which I did do a quick video of, but it's not all, but a lot of it's not here at the house. I just took it directly to storage, and I still actually need to pick up a couple of 3 things off that pallet tomorrow as well. So we have to go there tomorrow and get those and stop a UPS and do other things. So it's gonna be jam-packed day tomorrow, so that's why while I have some time today to go through and get them all and get a bunch of listings done. Alright, we're going to switch over to the second account. Actually, I had a couple things sell. Okay, assuming this listing will load. So, anyways, I sold, as you can see, actually, like 5 things. It was quite impressive. Okay, internet, come on. Will the rest of these things work? Anyways, there was 2. So there's this Morgantown, West Virginia police, and there's Beckley, West Virginia police. These both sold to the same buyer. Then there was, I think, 2 or 3 of the Fish and Wildlife Conservation patches. And then there's Campbell County, West Virginia, which actually sold to a different buyer. It wasn't even the same person. Anyways, since the internet doesn't want to work, and these tabs don't want to load anyways, you can look them up if you really want to see what they look like. Okay, exit page, since you're just not responding. Alright, now it's frozen. Alrighty. Alright, so, yeah, page is having a problem, you think so? Alright, oh, there we go, you can see the Fish and Wildlife one. So, alright, that'll be it for this week. Like I said, I'll show you briefly the HBA box I picked up and a little bit of the Staples pallet. And otherwise, I gotta get to listing, so we'll see you guys next week. Alright, so got another pallet, although I don't have a ton of it here. Most of it is at storage. Just took it straight there. It was a load of Staples, so it's got a lot of paper products, and coffee, and that pretty much sums it up of what was on it. So where's the one thing that I wanted to show you? Where did it get put? Oh, it's right here. This 3M translucent film for thermal forming. It's super expensive. Will I be able to actually sell it? That's another thing, but there's also this high piece count box that had a couple different things in it. You know, a couple different things in it. Some tape. Not that I really need tape, but yeah, it's 2-inch tape too. I don't really use 2-inch tape, but I'll probably end up using that Swiffer duster. But I did kind of want to look this up because it's a very nice stapler. So I did want to look at this. I also got another HBA box. This one was a more expensive one. That little box cost more than the whole big Staples pallet. So like I said, there's the manifest. About $2,000. So it should be pretty decent, other than a couple of these hair tools. Those are not the greatest, but the rest of it should be pretty decent. So I do want to. I guess I want to look at this. Oh yeah. Looks pretty good. Say it's all supposed to be new stuff, although I noticed some stuff is definitely not new. Although I guess it's technically could have been box damage because it's just shrink wrap, but like this definitely seems like returns. And there's also a box of envelopes that had a business on it, so obviously it was not all it wasn't all new stuff like it was supposed to be. Like these file holders look like this is definitely a return kind of thing. So there's also these walkie-talkies. Well, adult walkie-talkies, 2-way radios. These are pretty decent. So these are like $60. So yeah, $325 for the Staples pallet. And like I said, that's not even all of it. There's some of it. Like I said, half of it that's storage, and there's actually still some at the pallet place. We're gonna have to go back there Tuesday to get the rest of it. It was a file cabinet, a Tempur-Pedic TP8000 office chair. It's like a super nice $300 office chair. That file cabinet, and then one other box of paper products. But like I said, a lot of it I just took straight to storage because I know it's gonna be put it in the corner and sit it and list it and forget it kind of think it wasn't going to be anything that was going to sell anytime soon. So, like I said, maybe some half-Ds and stuff in here. I do want to go through this. I don't think I'll do it on camera again. There's no need to, but like I said, I do want to go through this. Maybe start getting some of that listed. Like I said, I still have a little bit from the last box that I didn't list yet. Just this little pile of stuff that I haven't listed. And there's these couple things here that are listed that I haven't sold yet. So, I gotta deal with all this at the moment. Especially before I go get more.